All right, now time to walk you through what we're gonna be doing here today. We are gonna be using our Weber 22-inch kettle system on our cart, and we are gonna be using this with it, our Santa Maria conversion, our grill. We're gonna stick that on the kettle. We're gonna throw in a bunch of this Fogo premium lump coal. It's medium size. This stuff is pretty perfect for grilling, I would say. I've used it in the past for smoking. I wasn't too crazy about it because it doesn't have like a flavor that like an oak flavor or a hickory flavor or something like that. What they did with this is they made it more of an affordable lump coal. And so what you end up getting with it is, I noticed, I think there was some palm wood in there and things like that. So it works fine for open grilling like this. On top of that, what we're gonna do is we are gonna throw in a whole bunch of mesquite chips that I have, just some remnants that have been sitting around. I think that's gonna add to the flavor and just give it something really nice and a nice open flame fire flavor to it. So now what we're gonna do, gonna go grab the meat, we're gonna skewer it up, and then we're gonna season it up with that awesome Perfetto Brazilian seasoning that we have, and that's what this whole thing's about today. So let's get to that now. Okay, so Perfetto seasonings. These are amazing Brazilian seasonings. And what we have here, they offer, this is a new packaging for them. They offer a Brazilian beef. This stuff is awesome. I put it on a lot of different things, whether it's sausages. Honestly, I put it on chicken, I put it on everything, but I really do like the flavor of the beef. They also have the pork as well, and this is a great one as well. It's just a little bit different. Like I said, all of them have the same base in my eyes, and the way I would interpret the flavor, they have the same base structure with little differences for each different type of meat source. And then they also have a chicken. This stuff is great on chicken. It just enhances flavors. I think the secret behind what they have here is I really feel that it's the garlic that's in it. The garlic just makes it, man, it's very hard to explain, but it's super bold, but it's perfect for everything I've had so far. They also make a fish one, and I have not used this fish one yet, but I am gonna use it today, and we're gonna use it on some shrimp for today. And then they make a Brazilian all-purpose seasoning as well. Yet again, it's all kind of similar. So if you like the flavor profile of one of them, you're gonna like the flavor profile of all of them with little differences on each one of them. Let's get into that real quick. So we'll go into the beef, right? And they're really open about everything that's on here. All right, and what it says it has in it: unrefined sea salt, fresh garlic, and that's that secret, is that fresh garlic, I think. Bay leaves, nutmeg, cloves, black pepper seeds, Jamaican pepper, oregano, cumin, basil, and thyme. Okay, that's for the beef. Now let's see the difference on the pork. It is sea salt, fresh garlic, mustard seeds, bay leaves, lime zest, nutmeg, cloves, basil, black pepper seeds, Jamaican pepper, cumin, thyme, and oregano. So the difference on this one, I believe, is the lime zest and the nutmeg for sure. Then we get into the chicken seasoning, and it has the sea salt, fresh garlic, bay leaves, thyme, basil, turmeric, red pepper, nutmeg, fenugreek, or fenugreek, I don't even know what that is, cumin, black pepper seeds, cloves, Jamaican pepper, and oregano. So that one's got something a little different in it. Then on the fish one, they have the sea salt, the fresh garlic, the bay leaves, ginger, coriander seeds, garlic powder, black pepper seeds, Jamaican pepper, basil, and oregano. That's interesting. I think that's going to be really good on that shrimp, actually. And then on their Brazilian all-purpose seasoning, it's sea salt, fresh garlic, bay leaves, garlic powder, nutmeg, black pepper seeds, cloves, Jamaican pepper, thyme, and oregano. Really awesome combination of just a lot of really powerful flavors. Let's get it on everything right now. All right, so here's what we got. We've got these skewers. We're gonna be skewering up our picanha for today. And then we have some steaks we're also gonna do as well. So we vacuum sealed these yesterday. Let's get them out of the bags right now. It's probably gonna be a little bloody, but that's okay. And these, when we made them, if you remember, we made them really thick because what we're gonna do right now And I think the way I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get 3 of these on here. Actually, I might be able to get 3 on there if I squish them in there. But I don't know if I want to squish them in. I think I'm only gonna get 2. So what we'll do is we'll do this big one on one. And what we do is we really try to make a C. So we're gonna try and really squish this together as best as we can. All right, and then we take this in here, we go right in the middle of it all. And try not to poke yourself, but there we go, just like that. That's gonna be one of them, okay? And then the second one will come through here. We'll do that same thing, really try and squish it together really good, all right? And then we're gonna come right in the center of that fat cap. I'm gonna try and punch it through. Just like that. Good. That's good on that one. We'll push that one all the way down. And then over here, same thing. We've got the fat cap there. So we'll try and just squish this around and make a C as best as we can. I'm going to try and spread this a little bit. This is our end. So maybe what I should do, let's do it like this. Just like that. I think that's good. Actually, you know what? I've got to get a wider spread. This isn't as easy as I would like it to be, but it's gonna work. Just like that. I think that'll work. There we go. There's our 2 picanhas on our skewers. We'll season these up. These look like they'll be good. And for seasoning, so I've used a lot of this in the past. What you wanna do is you wanna shake it up really good because I think it's that fresh garlic that's in there that kind of gets everything to clump together. But as you can see, look at that. Now they say don't use a lot because a little goes a long way. But if you know me, I am about a lot of flavor. So, and you can do this before you put it on the skewer if you want. But for me, I feel that like adding all this while it's on the skewer, I'm gonna lose less. You know, we're not using a binder or anything. So we can do those. If we get some thick spots, we can definitely move it around, but we're gonna go with it like that. I like that. That looks good. Same thing on this one. The team at Perfetto is probably going, wow, that's a lot. I like flavor. Just like that. All right, we're gonna put those aside and we're gonna get to the steaks real quick. And because I am a big steak guy, I want to do these picanha up as steak. So that's what we're gonna do. These ones are not going on the skewer. And my family's very, very into steaks. These little steaks look pretty delicious. We'll say this though, they do lose kind of some of their size when they've vacuum sealed. All right, mix that stuff up again real good. And we'll just season the top side here. Okay, let's kind of move it around a little bit. Get in there real good. Flip them over. Let's season the other side. Mix it up. You can see that salt into there. So these are going to be sitting for about 20 minutes. So let's just really blend that all in really, really good like this. Okay. All right. And then I feel it's really important to get the fatty areas too, because it just adds to the flavor. So let's get that fat cap. Oh man, these are gonna be good. This stuff just smells so good. It's just as it is. It has a very, very strong odor to it that is, I mean, it just makes your taste buds in your mouth, they start going nuts. All right, and let's make sure we get the ends of the steak or the sides of the steak as well. I wanna get them really, really good. Man, these are gonna be so tasty. So tasty. All right, perfect. Our steaks are looking good. All right, let's get these inside for just a couple minutes and we'll get the chicken and the shrimp going right now, but check those bad boys out. Oh yeah, that is Some flavoricious looking food right there. I cannot wait to get these picanhas on this open flame. Time for the fish, which is going to be, it's not really a fish, it is shrimp, but we are going to use that as our fish for the Brazilian fish seasoning. And this is what it looks like right there. You can see that. Skewer these bad boys up first. Go like this. Hey, and I am not a professional at shrimp on the Barbie. So for all of my Australian friends overseas, how do you actually do shrimp on the Barbie? And I know this is a Brazilian thing that we're trying to do today, but I'm always interested. And we have a lot of Australian followers, and I'm wondering, do you actually do shrimp on the Barbie, or is that just some American made up thing that we stereotype you as? I hope that that is the case and that you do shrimp on the Barbie, because one of my favorite things to cook on a grill is actually shrimp. And it's just super easy. I usually just do butter and garlic and they come out just flavoricious. Now, with that being said, because this seasoning has so much garlic flavor to it, I felt that this would be perfect with shrimp, and that is the reason why we are doing shrimp today, because I think it's gonna be really, really good with shrimp. Also, what type of skewers do you like to use? I know for the more traditional picanha type cooking, you usually use a sword type skewer. I do not have access to that quick enough for that, and this is what I have, and I feel it's going to work just fine. I don't think the skewer really makes a difference on the flavor, but it is more authentic, I believe. But hey, if you are Brazilian and you know better, please let me know in the comments below. Share. I'll be interested to know how you do this. And if you were wondering where these shrimp come from, they came from my Costco haul. One of my Costco hauls. These are Kirkland brand shrimp. I use them all the time. They are peeled, they are raw, but they are easy to work with. They're okay size. It could be bigger, but for what they are, the price is great. I want to say it's like $11 for a big bag of these, which is very, very hard to beat. The chicken that we have also is Kirkland brand chicken from Costco. I just find it to be good and it's the right price. So there we go. There are our shrimp. Let's get these bad boys seasoned up. We're gonna be doing the same thing as we've done in the past. We're gonna shake up our seasoning. We're just gonna start layering it on there, and I'm gonna go thick. There we go. All right, flip them. And let's do the other side. All right, let's just pick up as much of that yummy looking seasoning as we can. All right. Stick them over here. I'm gonna do one more quick light dusting. I don't feel this stuff is gonna go into the tissue and the fibers of the protein as much as it will with chicken and meat. That's just kind of a funny thing about shrimp, you know. I mean, I would call shrimp really the bugs of the sea, just as lobster is, but I think a lot of people would too, but man, they're tasty bugs. All right, let's get to the chicken. And last but not least is our chicken. And we have a little different skewer for this. Not for any particular reason, besides we have gone through a lot of our skewers. We're just gonna stack up. I cubed these nice and tight. This is just boneless, skinless breast meat. Honestly, it's really good to mix things up with some thigh meat too, especially for this type of thing. But my family, I have 2 young boys, and they really don't like any fatty stuff in their meat. They're real particular about steaks too. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but it's okay. And so they like really just boneless, skinless breast meat. That's okay, I like it too. I went through and I cut these, I cubed these up, but you can really, they don't need to be this small. I just was kind of after like some bite size little appetizer things. You know, you can strip them out longer on the breast and then just do a C again, just like you do with the picanha. All right, now let's season them. Same thing as we've been doing. Let's just lay it on thick. Okay, let's flip them. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so tasty. All right, there we go. There is our Brazilian seasoned chicken kebabs. All right, so now we got all that awesome Perfetto Brazilian seasoning on all of our meat. We have it on our shrimp, we have it on our chicken, and we have it on our beef. When we use each one of those category seasonings for each one of those pieces of meat. So now it's time to convert this over to our Santa Maria, and we're gonna put our lump coal in our chimneys, get that lit up, and get this going so we can get on cooking. All right, first things first, let's take our hood off, otherwise known as our lid. Take our grill off. We won't be needing that. And let's put our Santa Maria conversion on there. Grill conversion sits on there just like that. So there's a little rim and it sits just inside that rim. There we go. Let's bring our grill grate up. Lock it off so it doesn't come down on us. Let's get our chimneys. I'll pour one there. I'll pour one on this side. We're going to be using 2 chimneyfuls of the Fogo lump coal. But first we are going to be putting in one of these Royal Oak tumbleweeds in each one of these to get them going in the very bottom. I do things a little weird. I put it off to one side and I know what side, so I'll start off on this side of each one of the chimneys, and then I fill it up to about halfway and I throw another one on the other side. Because that lump coal a lot of times got little chips in there and the little pieces might suffocate your fire. So now you just fill it up halfway. Just like that. Fill this one up halfway. Okay. Just like that. Get another tumbleweed. Get down in there. So now I'm going on this side of the containers of the chimneys. So we've got one on either side. And then fill it up. All right, just like that. All right, now I know on this chimney, it's on this side. So I find my fire starter, light it up. Just like that. And I know it's on this side over here. Same thing. When that flame stops working, we use this flame. There we go. Torch does the job. All right, now we got both chimneys lit. We're gonna give it about 10 minutes, let these get nice and warm. We don't need it to get all grayed over with ash and everything like that, because I feel like it wastes it. So we wanna get this to temperature as quick as we can. And that's the reason why we put in 2 of those fire starters, one at the bottom and one halfway in there. That way we can get all this to heat as quick as we can without wasting too much fuel. Then we're gonna pour our hot coals all in there, spread them on out, and then we're gonna put our mesquite wood chips on top of that, give us that wood mesquite, that nice smoky flavor to it. Lower our grill down, get it to temperature, and then we will be cooking. Perfetto Brazilian Grilling Seasonings. All right, our coals are ready. It's been about 10 minutes. Time to put our gloves on. Let's do this. There's chimney number 1. There's chimney number 2. Take our coals, Move them around, and we get a nice even distribution of heat all the way around in this kettle. Just like that. We can lower our grill grate down. First thing we're gonna do first is we're gonna get the chicken on here. I wanna get that going because chicken takes the longest to do. So we'll go pull that out right now. Let's get to our chicken. We're gonna be dependent on our gloves pretty good for this cook. We're gonna raise this up real quick. We're gonna throw our mesquite in there now. And a lot of this is just some mesquite remnant, some bark and things like that. So I'm just gonna kind of toss these pieces around. And like I said, it's just adding to give a little more flavor. Mesquite is a wood that is very intense in flavor compared to a lot of the other woods that we use for smoking and everything. So I really do like it for open fire type things. All right, lower it back down. There we go. Photo time. And you might be wondering, what type of temperatures did all of that lump coal give us? Let's look. Let me lock this off. It's hot, I will tell you that. I mean, we're 1,000, 1,100, 800. We're pretty consistent on right around 1,000. We're on the cold side over here to the right. We're sitting right around 800. Hot side over here, 1,200 degrees Fahrenheit. So pretty hot. And it just gets hotter when you put that wood on there. So, and we're gonna have to repeat that process a couple different times with adding that wood on there for the steak and everything. We might not do it on the shrimp. Shrimp are gonna cook real quick. Steak are gonna take the longest. I'm sorry, the chicken's gonna take the longest. There we go. We're just about maybe 2 minutes into it. We're gonna raise this up just a little bit. And to be honest with you, because we have the wind coming at our faces, I think what I'd like to do is our hot side's over here, so I'm gonna turn our handles onto the other side. We're just gonna flip these around real quick. That way the handles aren't so hot. Man, I can really smell that Brazilian spice going to town. I'm using a pigtail and welding gloves. All right, so I've just spun them a couple of times. Every couple minutes I'm just doing it. This was so hot when I put them on there that it kind of actually did a sear on this chicken. So it's kind of closed it up. And it's funny to see what happens when what ends up happening when you do that, because it doesn't get all moist on the outside until the juices really start squirting out from the inner parts of the meat. I tell you what though, sure does smell good. Smells real good. Yeah, I'm liking this a lot. And I think what we're gonna do right after the chicken comes off is I'm just gonna throw another, just top off this, all these coals with some fresh coals. And then we'll put a little more mesquite on there. Then we'll put the beef on there. And I can't wait for that to happen because I'm very excited about these picanha steaks. That's what we're here for. That's what the meat hall intention, the whole purpose of that Costco Business Center meat hall was about, was the picanha, because it's hard to find that here in Southern California. Some places of the country, it's a little bit easier to find picanha cuts, but here you have to cut them down yourself from the sub-primal cuts of meat and to give you that portion cut. And that's really easy to do, and I tell you what, it saves you a lot of money, so why not? Just get yourself a good 10-inch butcher's blade on there. You know, the one I'm using is a bullnose butcher's blade. Just allows you to cut real easy and just work that cut across the cutting board. Cut your own meat down. Save yourself money. It's looking pretty good. All right, let's take a internal temp on some of these chicken pieces. It's very hard to do when you do a shish kebab type thing because 145 And that's because of the metal skewers in there. It really heats it up. But we're sitting at 200 there. So you'll have some spots that read really hot while others don't. Put my gloves back on, turn them again. These are just about done. Just packing them in here tight. All right, just a few more minutes and these ones will be done. And then on to the steaks. Woohoo, picanha! All right, let's check our chicken. 70, 70, all right, good. All right, these little pieces are done. We're gonna pull it. All right, we're gonna pull these and I'm gonna stick these in the oven. These are good to go. Let's throw some more lump coal in here. Bring this back to life a little bit. Spread it around a little bit. A little bit more. See what that temperature's sitting at in there. You know, originally it was like 1200 over here. Actually, let me do this real quick. Yeah, see, we're all the way down to, it hits just around 500. So we needed to add some more cold to that for sure. Let's go get the steaks. I wanted to add some more mesquite. Now's the time to do that. There's our mesquite. It's picanha time. Oh yeah. Here we go. I know this is our hot side over here. So I'm gonna put these bad boys right here, just like this. And I'm gonna start throwing these steaks on. Big old steak right there. Perfect. Let's get up and close and check that out. Look at those picanhas. To me, those already look awesome. Look at that. Big old thick picanha. Oh yeah. Santa Maria style. Totally have that sear going on now. I believe our temperatures are higher. Let's just lift this up and see what it looks like. Oh yeah, it's doing its thing. I'm gonna move these steaks around because I don't want them to get cooked too quick. So we'll back them off on the edge. Since we're using the same grill for everything, I can't really separate these all that much because we have two really thick pieces of meat and then we've got a bunch of much lesser. You know, we'll spin these. Let's see what that looks like already. All right, flip that over, flip that over. Oh yeah, get a nice little char going. Just for a second there. All right, we'll take it up. Those coals just kicked in. I tell you what, if you don't have a Santa Maria grill for your Weber 22-inch kettle, you need to get one. These things are amazing. And all the items I have in my videos, I link in my descriptions on the video, so go ahead and check it out. I will say I do earn a small commission from Amazon or any of my other affiliates when you do use those links. So I just need to disclose that, but it's no extra money out of your pocket. It's just a commission for bringing you over, and it really helps out the channel. We'll put it on the fat cap. Look pretty good. I'm not sure if you can see that, but man, these are really looking tasty. Flip the steaks. I'm actually gonna put this steak right there. All right, I think we can lower it a little bit now. We'll go right about there. I have that headwind coming right at me this direction. You can see with the flames, so all the hot stuff's over here. It just keeps wanting to move down a little bit. Man, these things are smelling amazing. I really do like the seasoning. It's a totally unique seasoning too. It's not a flavor profile that most people are used to. I mean, it's really not. It is just completely unique. So if you want to try something different, you know, you can get just one of these. I would say get the beef one, because the beef one, you can put on a wide range of different meats out there just to get an idea of what the flavor profiles are like. And then if you do like it, go ahead and get more. I highly recommend it though, no doubt about it. It is a totally different flavor than I'm used to, and which is just fun. You know, that's cooking. It's just fun. All right, these have been on here for just about 10 minutes, and I think our steaks are done. The way they're looking to me. So we're gonna give it a little quick probe. We're gonna see. Not quite. We're looking. Ooh, it is hot in there. I gotta get my glove on because it is hot. But I'm reading just around 109 so far, so it's not quite there. Yeah. Not there yet, 120. Ooh. Let me tell you what, some of these pieces are done. Again, this little guy right here, 140, we are done. Man, not quite. We're getting really close. Oh my gosh, these things look amazing. I'm pretty sure I just found my cut of meat that I really like. So if the ribeye is the king of steaks and the picanha is the queen of steaks, I think this might be the steak that my wife and I have been looking for, the cut of meat we've been looking for, because here we go. We're done that. Okay, let's see. Not quite there. We are so close. Yeah, not quite there. Just want to make sure this piece was actually done. No, it's not. Tell you what, I really do like this fat cap. I think that just adds for some real juicy steaks. And it has enough intramuscular fat that should be pretty good. Let me see what this looks like. Okay, I'm just gonna spin this around. All right, I'm gonna have to start shaving off on that bad boy. I just wanted to start shaving once these steaks were closer. We are getting there. We are getting there. Let's try it again. 125, 121. This one's done. 117. Just a couple more minutes. We should hit it. I'll flip them though again. To give you a different perspective. All right, I tell you what, these things are looking really good. So you're gonna flip, we're gonna flip. I believe our steaks are done. They look done to me. We're gonna flip, we're gonna flip. Let me just probe real quick just to make sure. Let's see, 29, 140, we're good. I know we're good on that one. 134, we're good on that one. 135, we're good on that one. Okay, our steaks are good. Now let's start carving this. Those are some good looking steaks. All right, there we go. Let me reposition you. All right, we're taking our 12-inch brisket knife, and we are going to attempt to do this. I think probably need to do it this way. That's gonna get messy, but that's okay. Never done this before, so we'll see how this turns out. Looks pretty good. Flip it over to this side. That's kind of how they do it in those Brazilian barbecue places. I'm not a pro at this, but it's pretty cool. Continue to go. I don't have the dance down, but I will soon. It's looking pretty good though. I can't wait anymore. I can't wait anymore. I'm gonna try one of these little pieces right here. One of these little shavings I just pulled off. And we've got, even though it's on the end, oh, that's hot. We've still got pink in there. As you can see that, look at that. Still pink. It's one of the end pieces. That's what it looks like on the other side. Looks pretty good to me. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. I'm telling you, you want a totally different flavor than what you're used to, that is out of this world delicious, go with Perfetto seasonings. They are amazing. Wow. I'm digging this Brazilian style barbecue. I think everybody can actually do this in their backyard as well. Pretty awesome. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get back to it. Okay, lower down a little bit. We're gonna cut some more off of there. Let's do that again. Pull that off, stick that around like that. Push that piece of meat down. Do what we did last time. We're just gonna slice it off. Look at that. Oh my goodness. That's so amazing. Oh yeah. Look at that. Here we go. There's some Brazilian steak for you. Way to go, picanha. I say I'm kind of liking this more than I thought it would. I'm a steak person, so that seems to do the best for me. But the cool thing about when you do it like this is that, I don't know, you get a little bit of char on every cut, so that's kind of cool. It is messy though. This is not a super clean process, but I'm new to this. All right, we're gonna do that a couple more times. You don't see any more of that, and then we're gonna throw the shrimp on. All right, and last but not least are our shrimp. So throw our shrimp on here. These should go by pretty quick. We're getting a little low on coals, but these should go by pretty quick. I'm just gonna do a couple minutes on each side until I see the way I want them to look. All right, let's turn them real quick. I see them turning pink on one side. Let's go ahead. There we go. Now, to be fair, I probably should have doused them with some melted butter as well, because it's got the garlic in there. That would have probably just made them nice and moist and delicious. So I'm thinking next time I do this, that's the way I'm gonna do that. I might even, after these are done, put them in a bowl, melt some butter, and throw these in there and just kind of like mix them up, because that seasoning's on the outside. And I think that'll actually really make them nice. So we'll see. Almost done. Just want to point out what I did real quick so I can show you guys another great thing about doing Santa Maria style. So as my coals start to die out here, all I did was raise this up and I raked my coals over here. Lower this back down. That way I have a little more control over this temperature right now as these coals start to die out. Lump coal is great. It gets hot real fast. It's got good flavor to it, but it doesn't last very long. But it does have its purpose and its place. Things like this with a mix of, you know, unburned wood in there as well to add for some more flavor, really help things out. But as you can see, the shrimp are now turning pink. That means they're coming to temperature and about to be done. And they should be done pretty soon here. I think we're gonna give it another minute or so with these coals right there, and then I'll flip it one more time and they should probably be done. One quick flip. Just for a few more seconds on this side. And these are just about done. All right, I believe they're time to be pulled. Let's see what this bad boy looks like. I don't know. That looks pretty good to me. I'd say they're done. Let's pull them. Pull it. We're just gonna see how easy it is to pull these bad boys off of here, which it's not looking that easy. There we go. All right, let's melt some butter. Put some butter in these and mix them up. I like that idea. All right, I mean, I'm not sure how good you can see that, but this came out really good. I am very, very impressed with this. Let's cut in, let's see how this steak is. This is what excites me the most. This has been sitting for a little while, but I tell you what, it looks pretty good. All right, let's bite into this. Okie dokie, here we go. Picanha, Brazilian style with perfetto seasoning, Brazilian seasoning, the queen of steaks. I tell you what, that is a very tasty steak. I love that. That tastes great. All right, cool. I'm glad that worked out that way. Let's try the shrimp real quick. I don't expect a lot from this. Wow, actually, I was right. That garlic with melted butter mixed together, that came out really good. I melted some butter on and I drizzled it all over and just mixed it up. Wow, that was tasty. All right, let's try chicken now. Wow, way to go. All right. Wow, that is really tasty. Oh my goodness. I really like that. That's got a really good flavor to it. It's almost like a, oh, it's very salty, right? So the salt really comes out on that chicken. It really came out. But man, is that good. That's really, really good. Oh my goodness, I really like that. All right, let's try. This was one of the Brazilian cuts, you know, when we did it on that actual shish kebab. So let's see what that's like. I mean, we already did that. Super good. Wow. All right, way to go, Perfetto Seasonings. That is really awesome. You make some very high quality seasonings without a doubt. I love the ingredients that are in them. I love it's all natural. There's nothing hidden on anything. You're pretty, transparent on everything. I love it. Good stuff. Way to go. Do I recommend this for anybody else? Yeah, for sure. Maybe you don't want to get that whole set of the seasonings where it's the chicken, it's the beef, it's the pork, it's the fish, and then the all-purpose. If you don't want to do all that, I recommend going for the beef one first. I think that beef one is very versatile. I think you can put it on pork, you can put it on chicken, you can put it on veggies, because I've done that before. I took sausage and I cut sausage up, put it in a pan with some onions and some bell peppers, and I put the beef seasoning on there, and it came out great. And I just sauteed it up in the pan real quick, and it came out really good. And so I think that the beef one is your best all around to go with, just to get into that whole unique Brazilian flavor profile that she has come out with. But good stuff. Hey, I hope you got value out of this. This was a long process. We went from the Costco Business Center meat hall, and we went and I showed you and all the meat that they have there. We selected those picanha sub-primal cuts, brought you back home, showed you how to cut them for steaks and also cut them for the skewer and do that awesome, authentic picanha style. And then we threw them on the only thing I had my hands able to get, which was my 22-inch Weber kettle grill on a Santa Maria style, open fire type cooking. It was the most authentic way I could come up with to honor the Brazilian style of picanha cooking. If you got any value out of this, please do me a huge favor. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. It really helps me produce more valuable, flavorful content like this for you in the future. And until next time, live a life of flavor.